A new Netflix comedy focuses on dancing sororities. And an HBO documentary tells a touching story on Holocaust Remembrance Day. Step Sisters, 2017, on Netflix. Perfection over excellence, sister over self is the motto of the predominantly African American sorority that Jamila, Megalyn Ekakunwoke, a Type A, driven college senior belongs to. Every year, they compete in a stepping competition. Stepping, a form of percussive dancing, has its American roots in historically black sororities and fraternities. When Jamila is asked to teach a mostly white sorority how to step, she worries that her black card would get revoked if she were to agree. But the person asking is the dean, Robert Curtis Brown, who can help her get into Harvard Law School, so she has to say yes. That's the premise of this Netflix comedy, directed by Charles Stone III, that raises questions about cultural appropriation and stereotyping even as it progresses with the playful feel of a jokey teen drama. Most laughs come from cultural collisions, but in the final, inevitable competition between the two sororities, the rival groups avoid a head-on crash. What they find instead is mutual understanding. Unrest, 2017, on iTunes, Amazon, and Netflix. This documentary from Jennifer Brea is about chronic fatigue syndrome, a condition that hasn't been fully accepted by the medical world but that affects millions of people. The symptoms, which can include loss of energy and muscle control, an inability to speak and intense pain, are on harrowing display as Ms. Brea, who suffers from the condition, shows how it has affected her life. She also interviews others coping with the illness. In his review for the New York Times, Daniel M. Gold wrote that the film powerfully insists on giving a voice to victims whose greatest challenge, apart from their symptoms, is surmounting a world of indifference. Indecent on Broadway HD. Paul Vogel's play explores the controversy that surrounded the early 20th century Yiddish drama God of Vengeance. Ms. Vogel's play closed last August, after an out-of-the-ordinary extension of its closing date, but a film of the production is now streaming on Broadway HD. The Times' Ben Brantley called the show virtuous, sturdily assembled, informative and brimming with good faith. The Number on Great Grandpa's Arm, 6 p.m. on HBO. Celebrating Holocaust Remembrance Day, this short documentary, presented by HBO with the Museum of Jewish Heritage, captures a conversation between a boy and his great-grandfather, a Polish Holocaust survivor who was imprisoned at Auschwitz. Elton John, the nation's favorite song, 8 p.m. on Reelz. This documentary about the voice behind your song and Tiny Dancer features interviews with big names like Rod Stewart, Ed Sheeran, and Lulu. Mr. John himself is also interviewed by the British comedian David Williams.